In the next few minutes, you are going to learn how to cut your virtual machine costs by up to 72%. This is not some advanced trick. This is a standard Azure feature called Reserved Instances. If you have not watched my previous videos on how to create virtual machines in Azure, I recommend watching that first. The link is in the description below. When you create a virtual machine in Azure the normal way, you use pay-as-you-go pricing. You pay for every single hour that machine is running. The benefit is flexibility. You can turn it on and off whenever you want with no commitment. This is perfect for test environments where you turn them off when not in use. But if you have servers that run continuously, whether production, dev, test, reporting, or disaster recovery, you are paying the hourly rate every single hour, all month long, all year long. That adds up fast. This is where reserved instances come in. With reserved instances, you commit to Azure for 1 year or 3 years or 5 years. In exchange, Azure gives you up to 72% discount on the hourly rate. If you already know your servers will run continuously at least a year, why pay the full price when you can commit upfront and get a huge discount? So the key difference is pay as you go gives you flexibility but higher prices. Reserved instances require commitment but give you much lower prices. I want to show you real numbers so you can see exactly how much money we are talking about. If you run a standard D4 Series V3 virtual machines continuously, that is about $140 per month with pay-as-you-go, which is $1,680 per year. With a 1-year reserved instance, you might pay $100 per month, which is $1,200 per year. You save $480. With a 3-year reserved instance, you might pay $70 per month, which is $840 per year. Over 3 years, that is $2,520 total instead of $5,040 with pay-as-you-go. You save $2,520 on a single virtual machine. If you have like 5 production servers the same size and you buy 3-year reservation for all 5, you have $2,520 per server times 5 servers. That is $12,600 saved over 3 years. That is real money, and you do not have to change anything about how your system works. The servers run exactly the same way, you just pay less. Now, before we jump into purchasing, you need to know when to use reservations and when not to. Use reservations for any servers that run continuously 24/7. This includes production database servers, development or test environments that stay running all the time, reporting servers, analytics servers, and disaster recovery standby servers as well. Reservations are not right for temporary test environments or proof of concept work. If you are only testing something for a few weeks and then deleting it, stick with pay-as-you-go. They are also not right for environments that you turn off regularly. If you shut down dev servers at night or on weekends, pay-as-you-go is better because you only pay for the hours they run. And they are not right for new projects where requirements are still changing. Wait until your sizing is stable before committing to a reservation. So the key is this. Use reservations when you know the virtual machine will run continuously for at least a year. Stick with pay-as-you-go for temporary workloads or servers you turn off regularly. All right, let's get right into Azure Portal. First, open your browser, head over to portal.azure.com and sign in with an account that has the right permission. Once you are in, the quickest way to get where we need to go is to use the big search bar at the top of the screen. And that's this right here. So type in reservations and it will pop up on the search results. So click the service and it will bring you to this page. So this page is where you will manage all your reservations. As you can see, I have one reservation right here and it's in East region. Okay. So once you are ready to purchase the reservation, at the top of the screen, click on Add button. And that's going to bring you to this page where you will find the list of all the services that you can purchase the reservation for. As you can see, there are many services, not just virtual machines. You can basically purchase a reservation for a lot of services. As you can see, Azure Cosmos DB, SQL database, and SQL managed instance. And then you have Azure Backup. You have a SQL, Azure SQL Edge, and we are looking for virtual machines. So that's virtual machines. In case you can't find virtual machine in the list, you can just type in the search bar virtual machine and it should pop up. But it's usually the first item on the screen. So click virtual machine and it brings you to this page. This is where all the important decisions happen. Let's break down each option one by one because getting any of these wrong can be a costly mistake. First up is scope. So this is probably one of the most important choices you'll make. It decides which VM can get the discount. If you click on the drop down, you'll see 4 options you can use. So the first in the list is shared. Shared applies the discount across all your subscriptions automatically. So management group applies it to all subscription within a specific management group, which is used in a larger organization. And single subscription limits it to one specific subscription. And this is the most common option because you know exactly where the discount is going. And then you have a single resource group. This is very restrictive. Most people do not use it. But for production, I recommend single subscription. For this tutorial, we will choose shared subscription. So then you have to select your billing subscription. Azure will automatically pick your subscription. If you have just one subscription, it will pick it up. But if you have many and you have a specific subscription you want to select, then you come on the drop down, choose the right subscription. In my case, I'm going to pick my dev subscription. So I just picked my dev subscription and at the bottom, you will be on the all product tab. As you can see, there's another option here, but this is where Azure will recommend everything that's related to the reservations. Click on all products. You will see a bunch of filters, right? So these filters will help you define technical aspects of the VM we want to reserve. This has to match the VMs you are actually running. So click on region and then you're going to choose the region where your virtual machines are running. So in my case, I'm just going to pick a random region, but for you have to find a region where your VM is running. Make sure it matches exactly. So I'm going to pick UK South. You can pick whichever you want. If you also just following the demo, you can pick UK South. Next is term. So click on the term. As you can see, we have 3 terms. We're not talking about a 5-year term because this applies only to a specific group of virtual machines. So 1-year term gives you a great discount, usually around 40 to 50%. And a 3-year term gives you a maximum discount, which can get as high as 72%. So click on the term that you want to commit to Microsoft. In my case, for this demo, we will click 3-year term. And then you have billing frequency. Here you will decide on the payment option. You can either pay for the whole thing all upfront or choose to be billed monthly. The total cost is exactly the same either way. There's no fee for paying monthly. Paying upfront is simple. One-time capital expense. The monthly option turns it into predictable operating expense. For this demo, we will choose the monthly payment. So once you select these filters right here, now you need to pick the machine size. So you need to pick the machine size. For this demo, we will use this machine. If you have a different machine, so you have to make sure that it matches your machine size. If you pick something different, your reservation will not apply to the machine that you want to apply that reservation on. So make sure to pick the right reservation. So in our case, let's pick this one. It's the most expensive one. So it's not the most expensive, but yeah, I think let's go with this one, the biggest one. I just want to see how much we can save with a bigger machine. Okay, so let's pick the standard D16 AS underscore V5. So click on that and the price is loading. So basically they are giving us 62% estimated saving, just 62%. So once you've selected your machine size, the region, the term, the billing frequency, then you can click on add to cart. That will get added to the cart. So you click add to cart and then view cart so you can see the reservation details. So you can see all the details right here. You can see the auto renew. If you want the reservation to auto renew when it expires, then you can leave this on. But if you don't want to, you can just click it to turn it off. But for production environments, I recommend leaving it on because this way you will not lose your benefits. Let's say you turn it off. When your reservation expires, then it won't renew. You will lose all the benefits. You will need to create a new reservation. And if you have a bunch of machines running, you will have a hard time paying that bill. That's why I recommend you leaving this on for production. So we're just gonna leave on for this demo, leave it on for this demo as well. So I can see my scoop is right. This is what I wanted to pick. The billing frequency is monthly. That's what I wanted. And the unit price, the monthly price is 221. And so here is one of the most important things that you have to do. Make sure you're actually selecting the number of virtual machines that you want to apply the reservation on that specific region. So in this case, we have one selected because we only have one virtual machine of this size in East US region. But if you have 5 virtual machines that you want to purchase a reservation for, then you have to select the exact number over here. So if you have 5, you type in 5. If you have 2, you put in 2. But in our case, for this tutorial, we're just purchasing one reservation. It's enough for us. Okay, so once you are ready and you have reviewed, you can click on review plus buy, or you can come to the bottom of the screen where you will see today's charge, which means what you will be paying monthly, and total cost. This is the price that you will be paying for the duration of the term. So if you picked 3 years, this is the amount that you will be spending. So if you are happy with your reservation aspects, then you can come and click review plus buy. It brings you to this page so you can review one more time and make sure that you picked the right machine, you picked the right billing frequency, you picked the right scoop, and you type it in the right quantity, and you are happy with the monthly payment price that you will be getting charged. So if you are happy with that, then you can click buy now. But don't click buy now if you're not ready to purchase this reservation. In my case, I'm not ready because this is just a demo. I can't purchase this. They will charge me this amount, and that's too much. So, but if you are doing the demo for your production machine and you want to finish the purchase, then you can do buy now. Or if you're not ready right now, then when you are ready, this is the screen that you will be finishing your purchase. So you can just close this screen and it takes you back to the reservations page where you will be managing your reservations. If you finished the purchase, this is where you will see your reservation. So Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next tutorial. Now, if you want to purchase reservations, you probably need approval from your manager or finance team. Gather your data first. Make a list of your production virtual machines and their sizes. Go to cost management in Azure and check how much you are spending per month. Then use the reservation page to see what the pricing would be with a reservation. Put this in a simple spreadsheet showing current costs versus reservation costs. Schedule a meeting and present the numbers. The key point to emphasize is that this does not change anything about how your system works. The server run exactly the same. This is supposedly a billing change where you commit to using the virtual machines in advance in an exchange for a discount. Your manager will likely have concerns about flexibility. Be ready to address those. Reservations can be exchanged if sizing needs to change. Production reservation already run continuously, so the commitment aligns with how you already operate. And if there is hesitation about a 3-year commitment, you can start with 1 year. Most managers approve this quickly because the value is straightforward, lower costs with no operational changes or technical risks. And that is how you save up to 72% on Azure virtual machines using reserved instances. If you found this tutorial helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more Azure and SQL Server content. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.